Troops cross North-South Korea Demilitarized Zone in peace for first time ever.
Here's a summary of the article.
Inside the demilitarized zone, dozens of North and South Korean soldiers crossed over the world's most heavily armed border Wednesday as they inspected the sites of their rivals' frontline guard posts to verify they'd been removed, part of inter-Korean engagement efforts that come amid stalled U.S.-North Korea nuclear disarmament talks. The inspections Wednesday were mostly symbolic. The removals will leave South Korea with about 50 other DMZ posts and North Korea with 150, according to defense experts in South Korea, but they mark an extraordinary change in ties from last year, when North Korea tested a series of increasingly powerful weapons and threatened Seoul and Washington with war. A small group of journalists was allowed to enter the zone to watch a South Korean team leave for a North Korean guard post Wednesday morning and a North Korean team come to a South Korean guard post later in the day. Other groups of South Korean soldiers simultaneously visited 10 other North Korean guard posts. Hours later, 7 North Korean soldiers clad in olive-green uniforms crossed the same borderline and were then escorted by South Korean troops to the concrete and steel debris of a destroyed South Korean post. North Korean soldiers allowed South Korean soldiers to use stethoscope-like equipment to inspect whether there were any underground tunnels below the site, South Korean presidential spokesman Kim Ui-Kyom told reporters. When the leaders of the Koreas met in Pyongyang in September, they agreed to lower military tensions along the border, including the withdrawal of some DMZ guard posts, halting live fire exercises near the border, demilitarizing their shared border village of Panmunjom and removing mines at a DMZ area to launch joint searches for Korean War dead. Conservatives in South Korea have criticized the deals, saying Seoul shouldn't have agreed to such conventional arms reduction programs because North Korea's nuclear threat remains unchanged.
This post received a score of 12,400, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Video. Thank you for taking the time to post that video with subtitles. It's really awesome seeing them all having open communications and walking between the borders.
We really could learn a thing or two about how South Korea has handled this. They have kept an open warm hand out for North Korea despite having endless threats of missiles etc., all on their own border. Just look at how much hate and unforgiveness so many are willing to treat others half a world away. If there is a hope of a peaceful conclusion to this, it will be because of South Korea being willing to approach the situation warmly, and without violence. That was a nervous 2 seconds reading headline until I got to "in peace." Yup, that headline was a roller coaster all right.
Got jebaited for a moment there.
They're still officially at war though, aren't they? Technically yes. These are great steps forward though. For sure, but the title of the article isn't true.
There has always been a demilitarized zone, if that's what you're referring to. The title isn't stating anything otherwise. They are indeed still at war. Great steps, nonetheless.
I interpreted "in peace" wrongly. Not a native speaker, sorry.
In this sentence, "in peace" meant literally in that moment. There was peace among those physically crossing the border.
This was unimaginable just a year ago. Nuclear talks have a long way to go, but I'm glad the relationship between the two Koreas are rapidly improving.
My kid is stationed at Camp Casey, just a few miles south of the DMZ. They issued him a chem suit when he arrived, which freaked me the hell out. I'm loving all the peaceful negotiations I'm seeing. All army units issue chemical suits to soldiers, don't freak out. At least he gets one and is trained to use it. WHERES your MOPP suit.
Fucking shake hands and hug it out already, damn.
Have you ever been angry at a person and they just try to make you shake hands and hug it out, and when you refuse they forcefully hug you? I think you'll just make them more mad if you try this. They have actually shook hands and hugged though. SK has a great leader.
A great leader, I wonder what that's like.
I give President Trump huge credit for bringing about the inter-Korean talks, and I'd like to thank him for that, Moon said at a news conference in Seoul.
I did that. My grandfather fought in the Korean War and was a POW. He always said that he wished they would make peace. He would have loved to see this.
Hey, mine too. I have his Purple Heart locked in a safe. He was literally blown up by a mortar, twice. Rest both of their souls, maybe they knew each other? I doubt it, but it's nice to think so.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.